What is this? An adenium planted upside down? Can desert rose grow like this? Well, adeniums are from deserts of Africa. And like all plants who figure out how to survive in the dry desert, they have their own way. Cactuses in Central and South America turned leaves into thorns for protection against thirsty animals, and trunks into green chlorophyll that produces through photosynthesis energy from light. And adeniums learned how to turn not only the trunks into green energy producing chlorophyll, but even exposed roots. Some that are growing in a extra dry land of Arabian desert and are called Adenium arabicum, are having extra thick bottom to store additional moisture. Other species called Adenium somalense, because it originates from country Somalia, grows tall trunks, and when they reach certain age, they resemble small forests. And yet another species of adenium, called Adenium swazicum, because it originated in part of South Africa called Swaziland, was eaten to the ground by very thirsty animals. And so this species developed the ability to sprout new shoots from the top of its roots. There is 8 or 9 known species of adenium throughout Africa and one neighboring island. Hard to say how many, if 8 or 9, depend which botanist you follow. And each one is different, each one is adjusted to specific conditions. But one thing they have in common, besides ability to create chlorophyll on trunks, they also have ability to do that on exposed roots. And that gave me the idea. Plant adenium upside down and let it nourish itself from chlorophyll of green roots. I was concerned that the roots that would be sprouting from branches under the ground wouldn't be enough, and so some of the exposed roots I turned and planted into the soil. Time passed, and some of these plants suddenly emerged twigs growing from the ground. Simply the buried twig turned itself upward and start growing. So that led to a next idea where new plants that I was planting during transplanting, putting upside down, I turned the twigs upward. And so here you have a plant, upside down plant, already blooming quickly. Doesn't need to work so hard as to turn the upside down branch upward and grow through the growing medium. Needless to say, there is nothing new under the sun. And so, similar experiment was done before me. My email friend from Thailand, Anuha, planted group of adeniums upside down and for additional photosynthesis, grafted little twigs of dwarf small leaf adenium on the tips of roots. Which inspired me to try to grow adenium completely like a cactus without leaves. But adenium thought otherwise and turned the exposed twigs upward and sprouted. And so now I think I'm gonna have these bizarre plants which would in middle of a branches have greenish exposed roots. And I wonder how is it gonna look in a year or two. And if any of you wonders too, come back. I might make another video about it. And until then, goodbye my friends.